Hello, welcome to the Pro Tip Tapping segment. I'm Laura and I'm a coach and I use tapping as part of one of the modalities that I work with my clients with, amongst others. Most are meridian based and tapping is meridian based. We touch on very significant points on the body that create amazing chemistry to specific areas, organ systems, and functionality. And that's what we've been discovering in 1, 2, and 3 is what does each one of these points do and how can we accelerate that with a couple of professional tips from my acupressure background and from my experience of working with people and developing even further these extraordinary points and opportunities to work with them and as we create our vision, step into our power, release the stuck stuff. That's what some of the aspects of tapping. And today we're going to work with the lip, below the nose and the lip. So let's go over and take a look at these next extraordinary points here that I have. The first point that you'll see is the under the nose point, and it's just directly under the nose and directly above the lips. This is called the governing vessel. It's one of the extraordinary channels in our body. Most of the points we've been working with before, such as the eye, the side of the eye, the eyebrow, underneath the eye, they worked with specific organs. These governing vessel is an extraordinary channel that runs from the whole back of your body, midline, and up to this point right here. So it has a lot to do with your neurology. It works with the back of the brain, but it also works with the sympathetic nervous system, with memory, mental, and cerebral disorders. So just brain function, very helpful with brain function. And it also, what's interesting about this point is right here at this point is also where the large intestine meridian crosses over. It makes a big X right there at that point. So it's super powerful because it accesses multiple points and also accesses the back of the brain to help with some brain function. Hey, pretty cool, right? And then the other point that we're going to talk about today is underneath the lip right here. And this is another one of the extraordinary channels called the conception vessel. And it works with the governing vessel in the way that it creates this circuitry, this big round loop that goes all around your body. And that really helps to work with that absolute flow of energy from front to back to front to back, all around. Works with all of the neurological systems in the back and the organ systems in the front. And what it does, this specific point right here, works with our creative endeavors. So we want to make sure we get that one in superpower. It supports the development and the fulfillment of our goals. And one of the ways that it does that is because it works with the clear messaging, because that organ, that meridian line goes straight to the heart and the gut. So we're working with brain, heart, gut connection. And it expands our decision and choice clarity. So we really want to get those points in nice. Now, how do we work it? What is our pro tip for that? Our pro tip for that is to use the side of your fingers and use those points together as you move through your tapping points. Basic formula has you tapping the top of the lip and the bottom of the lip separately. I'm going to suggest as a pro, as someone who's worked with this and also has trained with a pro, to use both points. And the reason that I have you using these fingertips is because they are points of the large intestine meridian, which is all about letting go. We want to let go of stuff while we bring clear choices in and work with our neurological system. So this is super powerful in that way. So let me come back in and talk to you about and show you. So these points right here, this is all it takes. This point on the outside of your finger works with the large intestine meridian, comes up to your and crosses over the nose, connects to the brain. Same thing here. We can get an extra point in because our basic formula does not include, loopy hair, does not include the large intestine meridian about letting go. The only point that is included in the large intestine meridian is where it crosses right here when we touch here. I'd like us to let go at an expanded level to let in that clarity of choice, decision, creativity, calming of the nervous system. So accelerate here. This is your point. You like my office assistant? Where is she? She's over here. It's my office assistant right there. Hard to get the camera to work. And she's a very supportive individual. Her name is Cookie. So practice that one as your next PowerPoint. So just to recap, we started here with multiple fingers, and then we moved down to the side of the eye, multiple fingers caught in both the end of the eyebrow and the side of the eye point, and then come around and we did a little bit of rhythmic tapping, and then we come down to here. And that's how far we've gotten so far. So tap and breathe is a wonderful thing to do. Sometimes you don't even have to have words. Just tap and breathe before your meditation or before you're going into an event or anything like that. There's so many ways to utilize our acupressure points and the power of them, and it's not always one way. So tap and breathe is just a wonderful way to bring balance into the body. So play with that a little bit, and we're going to keep going.